Good evening, everybody. It is Monday morning, and as you can tell from behind me, I've been busy this weekend. So busy that the only other video I have from the weekend is basically a shopping haul, which I will probably put up soon. But yesterday morning, I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, trying to recalibrate for today. Today has actually been a very good day so far. And I got about another 2 hours before the day is over for me because that's when I'm going to shut down and go to sleep so I can have enough sleep for tomorrow. But yes, yesterday evening I got a good bit of rest. So I've been feeling pretty good today. Granted, I have my usual aches and pains and whatnot that I just can't escape from because, yeah, it's just the way it is. But I got that tapestry hung up. I cleaned up the area behind my desk, or next to my desk. I'm going to put some tchotchkes, some little decorative pieces on these shelves. As you can see that I've already put my wolf where the candle was, the pack of running wolves. I got my, I got a few things still on my desk that need to go elsewhere, but I just, got too tired to do it. But I got my desk nice and set up, and these are all the books I'm currently trying to go through and read. One or two of them I'm trying to go through a second time to get all the information written down or whatever. So I got most of my desk decorated and set up. Got a few things I need to hang up probably over here in front of me or over in that dead corner. And then, swing around back the other way. I got that tapestry up. And I'm hoping this coming weekend on that wall there, I have that big blue wolf. I think it was like the first tapestry I got as a gift that I'm going to hang up over there. Now, I had thought about taking that guy and hanging up here, but he literally takes up the whole window. So if I were to hang him over here someplace, it would have to wrap around onto that one wall, and I just don't have the capacity to climb over everything to hang it in that corner. So I'm going to try to hang the smaller one, so it's like large, medium, and small. Now, this guy behind me is held up by clothespins hooked to the curtain. Now, I saw something on Amazon because I was looking for another set of tapestry hanging device systems. And the one thing I found that I'm going to talk to Jerry about that would make it easier for me to keep that wolf from falling down because of their clothespins is their S-hook looking devices. They look like an S-hook. And at the other end of the S-hook is clamps. So you can put the S-hooks over the curtain rod, or however you can get it onto the curtain rod, and then clamp on the tapestry, which I love. I am so thankful for all three tapestries that I got. The one thing that Jerry got, which I have no idea where it is, probably amongst her Harry Potter stuff, was a Harry Potter type of it. Almost looked like a tapestry. It could be used as a tapestry, but it looked more like a blanket. So Jerry decided to use it as a blanket. And I just realized I have one more item that I have to hang, and I'm going to probably try to hang it up in front of me and take down these two faux window mirror type things. And that's a rod system that Jerry made up to hang up a. It wasn't designed as a tapestry. It was originally designed as a duvet cover to hook my. Jerry designed a system where I can throw it in there, throw my sleeping bag in there when I went to Yellowstone back in 2010, and she put buttons on the sleeping bag, so I can slip it in there and hook it to the sleeping bag and use it as a duvet cover. So it turned my sleeping bag into like a comforter type deal. So, I'm going to, and then what we did was, because of the way the rod was, we designed it where we can hang up one of my swords on one end and then the other sword at the other end and hang it up in place. But that means I need to put two hangers of some sort into this wall here. And being that this wall was an outer wall, I don't know if it's what kind of wood or what's underneath the paint coating, whether it's wood, whether it's cinder blocks, don't know. So, and if it's cinder blocks, I'm gonna have to find a different method of hanging up my tapestry. Because the way we had it in the her craft room now was two screws drilled into the wall, and we just hung the banner type thing. Yep. Don't go pulling everything off there. Basically, she took this big dowel, big heavy duty dowel, glued end caps, and the swords, the belt loop for the swords can fit like over the rod and slide, and then hang it or have Jerry hold it, put the duvet cover over it, and then just mount it onto a pair of screws. What she had originally done was she made it so I can slide the tapestry on, and we tried this already, and slide the other end of this loop over this knob. I think I could do that. I don't know. I forgot how I got it off. But it looks pretty, the cording looks pretty frayed, but yeah, it just slides right over like so. And before the swords, because the swords were heavier, we had it on just a simple hook. But when I decided to add the swords to it, it kind of made it off balance, because the longer of the two was making it hard for the banner to stay straight. But I'm about 3/4 of the way done. I still have to finish up decorating, putting my little figurines and whatnot on that little white shelf behind me. Get this hung, get the other tapestry hung, and then just start cleaning up the piles of stuff. And they're not really piles, they're organized. I've got a big trash bag that needs to go out in the can. I gotta figure out what to do on this thing, hang up the different lighting systems I have, the little, some of them are battery operated, some of them are electrical. I think most of them are battery operated now that I'm thinking about it. And I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna hang them, because I have a strip set that basically acts like different colored lights, and it has a little remote control so you can change the coloring. Unfortunately, it does not hook up to Wi-Fi, so I don't get strobing lights while my music's playing, which may not be a good thing. So I just have to finish up with decor. And then once I'm done with decor, I can get all these Goodwill stuff out. And, well, Jerry wants to get 2 new big boxes to put her Harry Potter stuff in, to put outside in the shed. And I just kind of went, no, those are going to go upstairs, because if we're not going to get into them like all the seasonal boxes that I have in my shed now, they're going upstairs. Or once I get the utility room cleaned up and straightened out, they can go out there with like 2 other boxes of stuff that is just memorabilia, mostly hers. Mine is basically in this room. Yes, I have a drop in a bucket compared to her. She's got a bucket of stuff. But It's one of those reasons why I want to be like, look, I know the doctors haven't given her a estimation of life expectancy or anything like that, but I want to do the Swedish death purge where you just go through stuff and start giving it away. So when you do depart from this realm of life, um, there's not as much for me to deal with at the end. So once she gets back on her feet, basically, hopefully July, they'll tell her she can start walking as long as she's using a walker or some other ambulatory device that she can stand up with. Her current glider thing, rollator, what are you going to call it, is, well, let's just say the screw parts that are supposed to hold the arms where she wants them, they're stripped. So I have to find a way to wrap some electrical tape or some sort of plumber's tape or something like that, put them in the spot where they're supposed to go and twist until they like lock in place. But she's actually thinking, and I kind of get a little upset at her. She's thinking about a rollator that she saw on Amazon that has a seated position, so the person who is supposed to be using, if they get too tired, they can sit down and somebody can push her, because it's got the hand rest and whatnot where the seat is, and then they've got the arms that go up and over for the doctor or not doctor, nurse or me or whomever to push her, or she can use it as a walker. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? The only thing I don't like about it, the idea is spending more money just because what we've got is not functioning right. So, yeah. So she's talked to me about it, and I said, look, my only biggest concern is the money we're forking out that we're going to have to pay back anyhow. And who knows how long you're going to be using that thing. And I don't know if I can turn around and sell it to anybody for any kind of money, because, I mean, I don't know how much kind of sellback those things have. But other than that, sorry, my nose is itchy. Other than that little hiccup in our life right now, things seem to be going good. Her leg wounds are starting to show signs of healing. They're actually starting to look like they're closing up little by little. Her back rashes are, especially the one on her left side, that looked looked like Africa. Now it's starting to look like a smaller version of Africa. I don't know. It's got, I mean, you can look at her back and you can see all the different skin cells that are turning, all the different parts in the middle of the rash turning white, because it's basically the skin cells are regrowing inside the middle of it, and the edges are looking like they're healing up as well. So it's like, yay. But we were supposed to go back to see him in 3 days. Jerry's thinking about just calling him up and rescheduling, basically, because she's healing up. And I'm just like, no, you need to at least go to talk to him, see him, let him see. The problem is every time we go up there to see him and have him look at the rashes and whatnot, he's not worried about those rashes. So I think right now, we're all in agreement that we're trying to do more quality of life than going through all the things that were causing her to get worse. So it's kind of like, okay, let's just do this. Talk to the doctor. Tell him what's going on. Tell him you would like to wait another month at least and then go in for at least x-rays or something like that to ensure that the tumors or whatnot are still shrinking. They're not regrowing. They're not coming back. Because if right now they're starting to come back, we need to think of a different plan to deal with the cancer without going through Cabominix or whatever it was that they were using for her immunobooster, her immuno treatments, or whatever you want to call it. I am in agreement with my wife and the doctor, because the doctor said at this point in time, because everything looks like it's healing, we might want to focus on quality of life and not worry about the chemo and whatnot unless it comes back. And then when it comes back, we'll try to do something to make things less painful and comfortable, basically. Which I'm kind of like, under the circumstances, because it seemed like the treatments that they were giving her made things worse and not better. I mean, the good thing is it did cause a lot of the tumors to shrink. It caused the mass on the kidney to shrink. The areas on the bone that had cancer cells that are basically either gone or shrunken down to small little, all the bone around it has recalcified. So it's kind of like, okay, the bones are doing their thing. Everything's healing up. Bones are becoming stronger instead of weaker. My only concern, I voiced this with Jerry Ann, was my biggest concern with her being that she's been in a bed, or primarily bedridden, since October, November of last year of 2021. My biggest concern is how long is she going to have to go through some sort of rehab to strengthen her legs and whatnot, to basically be able to get around without too many problems. I mean, yeah, she does, even though she's not supposed to. Well, no, the only thing she does on her legs is to pivot from the bed to the rollator, and then from the rollator to the commode, and reverse it to get back, all on her left leg, since the right leg is the one that's the biggest concern right now. It's always been the concern since they operated on it. But other than that, everything seems to be hunky-dory. But like I said, I am excited about the fact that I've gotten a workspace, and a space that I can actually work with, instead of having to shuffle stuff from one side of the desk to the other side, or from the desk to the floor, or whatever. My shuffling days are done. The only thing I might have to shuffle around is looking for certain items in certain drawers, because even though I try to stack everything in like order or size order, sometimes what you're looking for might be on the bottom, and your neat pile kind of gets a little askew. But yeah, I mean, things seem to be going great. Now all I have to do is take the stuff that's on the buffet in front of the bookcase to put it in its right places, and hang up that one wolf tapestry, if I can remember what I did with its. Oh, they're on the buffet. The hangers. But I mean, like, I love the hanging system that people sent me. The one that I got, which looks like wooden toggles, but what they are is they're wooden pieces that come apart into 3, maybe 4 separate pieces. You take the top piece off, and you put the screw through the keyhole and then into the wall, and then that anchors it to the wall. And then all you have to do is take the top wooden block or chunk that is shaped in a way to help clamp down onto the tapestry, put that over through the onto the screw or bolt, take the little knob looking thing and just screw it on and make it as tight as possible. That one I think is probably going to be the best one I have out of the two. But I'm going to try the other one, which is, it looks like something that might have come from IKEA. I don't know. And I don't even remember who sent it to me because that's how bad my memory is. But I have these in the living room. And what they are is they're hard plastic with a hook molded onto it and 3 little like nails. You can see them kind of coming through there. You basically put it up against the wall and you take a hammer and tap these into the wall until it's all the way down onto the plastic. And it holds pretty good with the pictures I have in the living room. But instead of using it to hold a wire for a hanger or something like that, let's see if I can do this. Come on. Boy, I'm going to have to do some work with some of these because they're not on, they're a little jumbled. So let's see here. Why are you... Until I get you fit. Yeah. Okay. That's just going to pull the whole thing apart. There we go. So what it is once you get the hook mechanism into the wall where you want it, it comes with this like little clamp. And you take it and you just slide it over the hook like so. The good thing is if you take it and measure out your spaces and measure out where you want it, and then you can figure out where it needs to go on the wall, you can basically take the clamp off, put this on, take this little guy, clamp it onto your tapestry, and then just, if they're spaced out right, because once you get these in, they're a royal pain in the butt to get off. So it's best to measure twice, cut once, or hang once. But anyhow, once I get it in, tapestry's already connected. I can just boom, and that should hold the tapestry up. And the good thing is, just like that one, they're really easy to undo. Is if I decide for some reason to change tapestries around, it won't be that difficult. I mean, it will be pretty simple. So hopefully I will get to that this weekend, unless there's something more important that comes up. But I've got, like I said, I've got 3/4, maybe a little bit less, maybe closer to a halfway. I mean, literally the halfway point. Because once I get that tapestry hung, those items hung, those items removed or replaced to a different wall. Because what I might do is I might take those 2 items down and hang up my pole like this. What I was actually thinking about doing is, I know this will not fit over there, over the bar cart. It would fit there, but then I wouldn't be able to put my wolf up. But I was thinking maybe what I'd do is if I decide to use this system to hang up the duvet cover that Jerry made me for Yellowstone, I might try to get. I saw them online and I thought they were awesome. It looks like a pair of deer hooves in an upright position like this. And I was thinking if I hung those just right, if I got those and I hung them just right, I can put my swords into the hooves, and be easier to get them up and down if I ever decide to go back to the Renaissance fairs or anything like that. Jay was asking me, so are you going to leave the wall on your side of the bed bare? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to hang there. I was actually thinking maybe if I hung the swords in here, I can hang the tapestry or the duvet cover in there, which I haven't talked to her about. So, but anyhow, if you can't tell by my speed of speech, I'm a little what did Jerry call me yesterday when I was like this? Manic? Not depressed, but just all over the place. Uh, but that's me in a good mood. I just get like, woo! Is he on drugs? Oh no, that's him normal when he's happy. But yeah. Anyhow. If you guys like this little video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and add them in the question and comment box. Try to gear those questions and comments about this particular video. If you choose to subscribe, there's a little subscribe button that you can click on. And once you click on it, a little bell will pop up. Click on that bell, and then YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. So until next time, you guys have a good day. Enjoy. Bye.